Every human being on planet Earth has a mother. So whoever rejects the respect of women is rejecting themselves. As an artist, it was obvious to select Rachel Barton Pine and to write that concerto and dedicate it to women who are thriving for courage.
Women have to have courage and keep striving to have human rights and to live their lives purposefully. And I think, so much of the change and improvement in societies is driven by women. Collaborating with Maestra Alsop was very meaningful because she's just such a leader in our field. And the fact that she had to go through so many struggles to pursue her dream, and somehow there's still that gender disparity going on.
As women, we've been allowed to strive, we've been allowed to drive, but we haven't been allowed to thrive, because thrive is about really reaching the heights of possibility, and many people are afraid of that. Music has this unbelievable power to cross over boundaries and to really transcend language, especially which is so easily misunderstood and so abused. And music can speak to everyone in a different way. So if 5 people are listening to a piece, they can have 5 or even more reactions, and they're all valid. So I think music is able to bridge a lot of these barriers that other art forms and other, literal forms like words are unable to do.
To me as a composer, and I don't consider myself Syrian, American, German born, I'm just a human. They have that term, global citizen. It's the closest thing to a human. From that perspective, as a human, there's a responsibility and duty to stand up and do the right thing at the right time for the right reason. And sometimes that's very challenging and difficult.
Collaborating with Maren and making this music with her just reminds us that, whatever we accomplish, we stand on the shoulders of those who've gone before us. And actually the violin that I'm playing is a very special one for Vienna, because it was the concert instrument of a woman from Austria, from Vienna, Marie Soldat. And Marie Soldat was from the 1800s, a time when women were not encouraged to have careers as concert violinists. And Brahms heard her play when she was a teenager and thought so highly of her playing that he brought her to Berlin to study with his best friend and collaborator, Joseph Joachim, and she became part of Brahms's inner circle, frequently playing chamber music with him and becoming one of the first champions of the Brahms concerto.
I love working with living composers. This is a great gift to be able to hear from the creator themselves. But I think Malik is unusual in that he will share that information with me, but he doesn't dictate how we should interpret the piece and how we should really shape it. He lets me do my job as the conductor. He lets the soloists do their jobs as the virtuoso in the work, so that the piece becomes more than what it was, because it's the sum of everyone's contribution, not just the creator.
One thing that's so special about classical music is it's a common language that we can all share, but we can also get to know each other's cultures through classical music, because so much classical music has incorporated the rhythms, harmonies, melodies of different traditional or folk music of different times and places. And so for this concerto, Malek has added this Arabic kind of lute called an oud. just hearing that sound as I'm playing my music on this Western instrument in this Western symphony context, it was really very inspiring and helped me capture the flavor of what I was doing that much better.
These concerti really represent Malik's voice, like Bartók did, like Dvorak did. He uses his cultural folk music as a real underpin. The music immediately is evocative of a certain part of the world, so you're transported right away.
Having this violin concerto of Málek Jandali shines a light on the genocide that is happening right now in Syria. And, without the music to draw our attention, maybe it would just be one more news story that goes in one ear and out the other, and we don't really take a moment to stop and contemplate what's happening.
I'm really honored to have Rachel and her artistic excellence and her humanity and courage to bring my music to life. I spend hours writing music, hundreds of pages, and guess what? I end up with silence. I need an army of humans to bring all these dots, all these sheets of music to life. And that's the symphony for peace that I'm trying to do. It's the collective memory, it is the unity. It is the term symphony, which means to sing together. Music is the best medium to deliver that message.